In the spirit of this classic from the 50s, I'm not here to teach you how to lie. Rather, I want to encourage you to learn the common tricks as a matter of self-defense. Let's start with this classic from the 70s, where a linear measurement, the increase in the price of crude, is represented by the height of a three-dimensional oil drum. The resulting distortion is 6,000% off of the truth. These days, though, a much more common infographic insurrection is the lowly pie chart. Very well known and often executed is the distortion caused by the 3D pie. But much more egregious is the ever-present election year bipartisan pie chart pooey. This Fox News report ignores the basic quality of a pie chart, the ability to represent a whole. This third example, the truncated scale, takes the gradual decline of post office visits and makes it much more egregious than it really is. But probably the most concerning is the cartographic silliness in maps. Two problems exist. Modifiable unit area problem, where statistical bias based on individuals being aggregated into artificial boundaries causes problems. The second problem, ecological fallacy, is where individuals assume they take on the average values of the group as a whole. This chart suffers from neither. If you're in Colorado, a bottle of Planet Porter, 8% sales tax. Step next door, a bottle of Polygamy Porter, 41% sales tax. Here's a great example. Let's dive into this problem. What was it called when you were a child? Again, these artificial state boundaries really muck up the state. Let's put it into county boundaries, and now you can begin to see the organic distribution of the actual data, right? But wait, even this suffers from the ecological fallacy. Let's get rid of the borders altogether and look at the point data. This dramatic distribution disparity is completely missed in those previous examples. All right, let's get back to the hard stuff. A couple years ago, this graphic went viral on the internet. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you really want to mess up your data sets, just step back and throw a bunch of pies. Again, getting back to the hard stuff. There was this graphic that went viral 2 or 3 years ago, and this graphic represents American Beer Festival awards over a 20-year history by state. Now, if we take a closer look at this, it looks like something really is happening in California, right? But we know that. We need to look at this in a different way. What we need to do, like Colorado, Texas, Wisconsin, not looking fair, but what we need to do is get rid of these state boundaries and represent the same data as a bubble chart. And sure enough, if you look at this as a bubble chart, it gets rid of much of that bias that came because of those state boundaries. But we humans really aren't that good at judging the difference between bubbles, so let's go one step farther. Let's go out to the bars. This data, same data, represented as a bar chart, shows you the dramatic exponential drop-off from the haves to the have-nots. Now, this is still awards per state. That's not really the measure that we want to. If I'm on a bike, I want to know how far is it to the next good brew. Maybe awards per square mile would be better. Yeah, this does look a lot different. There's something weird going on back east. We don't want to get into that. So let's try something else. Let's get personal. Awards per capita, right? Isn't that what really matters? Finally, Colorado stands out. Well above the rest of the country. At 75 medals per million, Colorado. Wait, and I apologize to my Texas friends, but this is still. We can do better. We can do better. Let's take that same data and completely get rid of the geographic boundaries. Here you can see the beer-soaked counties of northern Colorado are a world apart. So my lesson to you is, as you go about your life looking at charts and graphs, be a skeptic. And if you must use a pie, keep it to the dinner table. Thank you.